Hey everyone, this is Raven, and in this video I'll be doing a kind of a recap and review of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I haven't read this book. I haven't read any of the books in this series. However, I've heard good things about this series. I have friends who are like big fans of the series, so I was like, might as well try and read this. And I know that it got a live action film adaptation from Hollywood. I didn't watch it, but I do know about it. I think it got 2 movies and then the series didn't do well, so they didn't continue with the third part. I'm not sure. So I'll be reading this book in front of you guys and I'll be talking about this chapter to chapter. So let's see if I enjoy reading Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and if I'll be inclined or if I want to read how many are there? I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 4 other books in this series. I'm not sure, but yeah, let's see what Rick Riordan is able to offer me. Also, I don't have a specific reading place. I just like sit on the sofa, lay down on the bed. It just depends on the room that I'm in and the time that I have to read this. So I am on limited time right now, so let's see how many chapters I'm able to read of this book. I like the intro about how he's like, if you guys are half-blood, don't read this. If you guys are just normal, continue reading or whatnot. Okay, so I just finished reading chapter number 1, which was titled, I Accidentally Vaporized My Maths Teacher. And one chapter in, this book is quite fun. It's told from Percy's perspective, so I always enjoy books that are like from the perspective of the character, like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, like the character's POV, and I like it. So Percy is 12 years old. I actually thought that he was older because I guess I watched the trailer for the film and I think the actor's name was Logan Lerman or something, and he was not 12 years old in the film as far as I can tell. So there's Mr. Brunner, who is something because, yeah, he's someone or something. Then there's Grover, then the other character is Nancy Bobofit, and it turns out that, what was the maths teacher name? Mrs. Dodds? I am so bad with names. Yeah, Mrs. Dodd ended up being this bat-like creature. I'm not sure if she was a harpy or not, but she was something. So yeah, and there's also this kind of memory alternation thing going on. But yeah, first chapter in, it's very interesting, very, very interesting. And I still have time, so might as well begin with chapter 2, which is titled 3 Old Ladies Knit the Socks of Death. Okay, so chapter 2, 3 Old Ladies Knit the Socks of Death, which I guess are the 3 Fate, the Sisters of Fate. So yeah, after that entire debacle at the museum, everyone has been acting that there was no Mrs. Dodds because there's a mist that covers the students and that's messing up with their memories. So only Percy remembers, but one night, he overhears Grover and Mr. Brenham, I can't remember that man's name. Brunner. So Mr. Brunner and Grover are talking about keeping Percy alive, and Percy overhears them. And yep, so anyway, Percy leaves for his home, and turns out that Grover is supposed to protect them. And on their way, their bus stops, and Percy notices 3 old women knitting these huge socks. And one of the women like takes out a scissor and she cuts the yarn, and it turns out that someone is supposed to die because I guess again the Sister of Fates, they cut the thread of life and someone is supposed to die. So yeah, that happens, and apparently Grover was given the duty of protecting some other half-blooded people as well, but he failed. So I guess these kindly ones, whoever they are, end up killing half-blooded people as soon as they reach sixth grade, like they are like 12 or 13 years old. So this is kind of sad, like how many half-blooded people died? Like, will they tell us? I don't know. So let's go to chapter 3, Grover unexpectedly loses his trousers. Whoa, that's the title. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 3. Grover unexpectedly loses his trousers. So it turns out that Percy runs away from Grover. He reaches home, and we get to meet Gabe, who is Percy's stepfather. We also get to know about Sally, who is Percy's mother. So it turns out that Percy's father stayed with Sally for like a summer, and she was expecting, but he had to go. He had to go on some cruise at sea, and so yeah, so Percy's mother takes Percy to the cabin where she met his father, and over there they have a good time, but Percy still hasn't told her about what happened with Mrs. Dodds, what happened with the 3 old women, and then there's this thunderstorm going on, and someone knocks at the cabin door, and it's Grover, and turns out that Grover's legs aren't really legs, he has like hooves, he's a fae. What are they called? I can't remember their name, but they are called something in Greek mythology. Grover's the same species as the person who trained Hercules in the Disney animated film. But yeah, 3 chapters done. I don't know when I'll get time to continue reading this book. I also don't know if I'll be able to record myself reading and like talk to you guys about this book chapter to chapter. I'll try to figure something out because of the time, depending on whether or not I have time. But yeah, let me know what you thought about Percy Jackson if you guys have read this book. And because of the 3 chapters that I've read, I really think that I might end up reading the entire series. I'm not sure yet, but until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.